Hey kiddos, I'm going to try to make this one short and sweet. The other videos on this assignment list are pretty short. I just want to give you kind of a variety because there's obviously different ways you could multiply. There's different levels of multiplication. There's different things you can apply it. And so I wanted you to see all the kind of options that there were. I also attached some, if you are struggling with your basic multiplication facts, there's some videos underneath the Master Connects assignment on that page that are really good. It goes with some songs and just some kind of tricks and things to help you learn that if you are still struggling with those, because that's really important that you know your basic multiplication facts. All right, so I'm going to do these 10 different problems with you on multiplication. This one specifically just asks for the product, and we know the product is an answer to a multiplication problem. So that's all we're going to be doing here is just taking these two numbers and multiplying them. So I'm going to write them out first and say 63 times 21. All right, I'm going to start off with the 1 and say 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 6 is 6. At this point, you know we put our 0 to hold a place. We would mark out anything that we had already carried, but we haven't brought anything up there, so don't have to do that step. We just go on to the 2 and multiply everything times 2. So 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 6 is 12. And then your very last step is just going to be to add those two together to get your final product. 3 plus 0 is 0. 6 and 6 is 12. Carry that 1. 1 and 2 gives you 3. And bring down your 1. So 1,323 is your answer for that one. Okay, now this problem has a word problem to it, but honestly it's just a basic multiplication problem. They give you a table and then look at the actual question. It says if train 24, which means we're looking at this train right here, carries 47 people each trip, how many passengers will it carry in a week? So this is telling us right here that it does 311 trips per week. And if they carry 41, then that just means that we have to say 311 times 47. Okay? All right, so we're going to just multiply this. Everything times 7 first, then everything times 4. So 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 3, 21. We know we're going to put our 0, and if we had carried anything, we would mark that out now, but we don't have anything. Now we're going to multiply everything times the 4. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. And then you just simply add this up. So we get 7, 11, 6, 4, and 1. So 14,617 passengers is your correct answer. All right, this next one, I just want you to see different types. This would be one you'd have to drag from the bottom up into the box after you have multiplied it. I am going to kind of shrink this a little bit and bring it over to the side so that we can multiply these. So the first problem I'm going to multiply is the 178 times 9. 9 times 8 is going to be 72. 9 times 7 is 63. 63 plus 7 gives you 70. So put my 0 down, carry my 7. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 7 is 16. All right, so 1602 is your answer here. I'm just going to write that. And that means we would have used that one already. All right, I'm going to grab a different color, and now we're going to do the second one. Now, I always put the bigger number on top. So I'm going to do the 452 on top times 37. Okay, it just kind of lines up everything better. All right, 7 times 2 would be 14. 7 times 5, 35, plus 1, 36. 7 times 4 is 28, and 28 plus 3 is 31. All right, then you're going to put your 0 to hold a place. You're going to mark out what you've already carried because you don't want to accidentally use that again if you're not supposed to. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 5 is 15. Carry your 1 over here. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1 is 13. We're going to add those together. 4 and 0 gives you 4. 6 and 6 is 12. 5 and 1, 6, plus 1 is 7. 3 and 3 is 6. And bring down your 1. So 16,724. So again, remember, if you have a problem like this and you get something that is not down here in the answer choices, then clearly you've done something wrong. So make sure you know you're multiplying. Think about your numbers. There's no way that this 187 could have ever been an answer, so you knew you were choosing from the others. All right, this one just shows you how you could break it up. They didn't show you with the box or anything, or the area model or anything like that, but they did divide it up based on the place value. So what you would do is you could take 38, and you could think of that is 30 plus 8. And this is 40 plus 5. All right, and we can break this up. Now, that's not the way they have it here, because they actually used the place value and took those bigger numbers. They decided to say 30 times 40 first, and then you can add that to what you get when you multiply 8 times 5. So they broke it down based on their place value, the tens place and then the ones place. And so you look down your answer choices and you say, okay, 30 times 40, I see that here. It's not going to be these last two right here, but we got to understand, when we break this up, we're going to say the 30 times 40 and then plus the 8 times 5. So here's your answer right here. You could also go through if you needed to. If you weren't sure about that one, you could just multiply it straight and then multiply each of your answers until you got an answer that matched. So you could do 38 times 45, get that answer, and then multiply each one of these and see if it gives you the same answer. That's an option. All right, this one's just asking you which one of these problems is going to give you an answer greater than 3,000. So you could kind of do some estimation here, but we can also multiply them out and check them. So I would just start with the first one, and we're going to multiply 931 times 4. When I do that, 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 9, I already know, is 36. Plus 1 is 37. So we're looking for one that's greater than 3,000. It is answer choice A. For example, you could try the second one, and I would only get 8, 4, and 8, so 848. And then if I multiply the other two choices, they also would not give us over 3,000. So it's got to be that first answer. All right, on this problem, they break it down and show you what the area model would look like. You could, and I'm going to, just multiply this out for you as well to show you how you could check at least the answer, because they do say what is the product, and they're giving you these products, so you know it's got to be either 4,520 or 8,588. So when I do that, I do 452 times 19. All right, I can go 9 times 2 is 18. 9 times 5, 45, plus 1 is 46. 9 times 4 is 36, plus 4 is 40. Then I can put my 0 to hold it down, mark through what I've already carried. Now we're multiplying everything times 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 4 is 4. And when we add this together, we can see that our answer choice is 8,588. So by doing that, I can already tell that it's not those two. Then I just need to look at what I have inside the box, the way they broke it down. Okay, I can also look at my answer choices. Whenever you do the area model, if you want to break it up, they obviously break it up by place value of the number, 400 plus 50 plus 2, and then over here, 10 plus 9. And when you're multiplying these out, we know that all these products that we get on the inside, we have to add them together. So if you look in your answer choices that are left, we know we got to pick one of them because of the 8,588. So when I look through each one of those, I could check and see, are they all addition? Yes. Are they all addition? No. So that one right there, that one minus tells me that that cannot be my answer. And I can go back and check and make sure that everything matches up for this one before I say it's my answer. I have 4,000 plus 3,600 plus 500 plus 450 plus 20 and plus 18. So that is your correct answer. Use a little, process of elimination. It'll help you out a lot. All right, next one is a word problem, but all it's asking you is saying that Noah rides his bike for 115 miles per week. If he rides his bike the same number of miles for 12 weeks, how many miles will Noah ride? So they want the total. So all we're going to do is say 115, and we're going to multiply that times 12. All right, so we're going to multiply everything times 2 first. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 will give you 3. 2 times 1 is 2. All right, we're going to put our placeholder at 0. We're going to mark through the 1 that we've already carried and multiply everything times this 1. So 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. And we know our last step is just to add. So 0 and 0 give me 0. 3 and 5 give me 8. 2 and 1 give me 3. And then obviously I just bring down my 1. So 1,380 is our answer. This is going to be the last problem that we do with the multiplication. So it just says that Miss Nelson dropped a carton that had 8 boxes of colored chalk. Each box contained 24 pieces. How many pieces of chalk are they total in that 8 boxes? So that would tell us that we're going to multiply. So we are going to multiply 24 times 8. Obviously, A is not our choice because we're multiplying it by 8. It can't stay the same. 8 times 4 is going to give me 32. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 plus 3 is 19. So 192 pieces of chalk is your answer on that one. All right, so that's the last problem for this video. Hopefully it's a little bit shorter. I've been trying to work on that. But I wanted to make sure y'all see all the different types of things. So after you've watched these videos, I want you to go do, like you've been doing, go do that Mastery Connect. Get that submitted, and then I will see you tomorrow if you need to on the live from 12 to 1. I will send out the code in the morning just to make sure you have the right one, and I'll be excited to see y'all.